Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about time signatures. This is something that anyone who's learning to read music struggles with, so I wanted to clear it up with this video. So the first thing, we've got, we define what these numbers are. So the top number in a time signature tells you how many beats per measure. And that's easy to understand. You know, if there's a 4, then there's 4 beats per measure. The hard part is, how long is this beat? The bottom number is what tells you that. So the bottom number tells you what type of note defines the beat. So the bottom number tells you, yeah, there might be 4 beats per measure, but each beat is as long as a quarter note, or each beat is as long as a half note. So the bottom number tells you how long the beats are in the measure. So here are a couple of examples I was going to go through. So this first one, the time signature is 4/4. So that means 4 beats per measure. And then you can think of it, the tricky part is times 1/4. Now 1/4 is a quarter. So it represents a quarter note. So that bottom 4 here, think of it as a 1/4. So you had 4 beats per measure times 1/4, which is a quarter note. So 4 quarter notes per measure. And that's how you get your time signature of 4/4. Well, 4/4. Okay, next we've got 3/4. Now 3, so you got 3 beats per measure on the top. So you have 3 beats per measure times 1/4 again, because that's what we think of this bottom part. And 1/4, what does that represent? That represents a quarter note. So now that gives you a time signature of 3/4. So example 3. The top note is 4. So what does that mean? That means 4 beats per measure. That's the easy one. The hard one is the 2. So now we're going to think of that 2 as 1/2, which is 1/2. So it's representing a half note. So it would look like this. 4 beats per measure times 1/2, which represents a half note. And that gives us the time signature of 4/2. And 4/2 means 4 beats per measure, and each of those beats is as long as a half note. Now the last one, 3/8, we would know by now we've got 3 beats on the top, and then we've got times 1/8, which means an eighth note. So you've got 3 beats per measure times 1/8, which is an eighth note, and that gives you the time signature 3/8. So what does this mean again? You have 3 beats per measure, and each of those beats lasts as long as an eighth note. All right, hopefully this helped clear this all up. Sounds good.